Read how the Slight Edge reader, Valerie Thomas, decided to tackle the incomplete project of her basement. I lived in a house with a huge unfinished basement that had 17 years worth of clothes items, boxes, equipment, toys, you name it, all around. There was one small path to walk to the back room to get to the washer and dryer. Eventually, time came when I had to move from that house, and I thought I would never get to the basement. I cringed every time I thought of it. However, after learning and applying the concept of the slight edge, I said that I would handle one bag or box every time I went to do clothes or get food. Before I knew it, I saw a light. It looked easy to handle until eventually it was cleared out for a successful move. What incomplete project can you bring to completion? Is it easy not to do? Absolutely. And if you don't do it today, will it destroy you? You know the rest. So sing along, ... closing parenthesis. Each time you do complete something, you get to move on with your luggage a little lighter and a bit more spring in your step. So an act, reap a habit. So a habit, reap a character. So a character, reap a destiny. Anonymous attributed to various. We often take habits for granted. There are bad habits you try to break but can't. Good habits you wish you had but don't. Annoying habits others have you wish they didn't. And odd habits you picked up yourself somewhere for reasons totally mysterious to you. We're all aware that habits exist, though we often are not as aware of our own as others are. However, we seldom realize the enormous power of habits. There are two kinds of habits, those that serve you and those that don't. Brushing your teeth is a habit that serves you. Biting your nails is one that doesn't. Thinking things through for yourself serves you. Blindly accepting everything you read on the internet or hear on television doesn't. Looking for the best in people serves you. Anticipating their worst, DOESN, single quotes. The first type of habit wields the force of the slight edge on your behalf and moves you along the success curve. The second turns the slight edge subtly, but remorsefully against you, and pulls you down the failure curve. A habit is something you do without thinking. You come home from work, walk into the house, pull a beer out of the fridge, and flick on the TV while you're talking to someone on the phone, without any conscious decision that a beer is exactly what you need right now, or that there is something you urgently need to see on television. Getting up early can become a habit. So can getting up late and staying up late. Complaining can become a habit. Spending more than you earn can become a habit. So can putting a piece of every paycheck into a retirement account. Looking for the positive side of every challenge can become a habit. So can finding the cloud in every silver lining. The way a behavior turns into a habit is by repeating it over and over and over again until it becomes automatic. The creation of habits is a pure slight edge. Simple little actions repeated over time. The compounded effect of those habits over time will work either for you or against you, depending on whether they're habits that serve you or habits that don't. Your habits are what will propel you up the success curve or down the failure curve. The individual who wants to reach the top in business must appreciate the might of the force of habit and must understand that practices are what create habits. He must be quick to break those habits that can break him and hasten to adopt those practices that will become the habits that can help him achieve the success he desires. J. Paul Getty. It's interesting to note where your habits really come from. They arise out of your actions. True, but where do your actions come from? Remember this. Your philosophy creates your attitude, your actions, your results creates your life. Your habits come from your daily activities, compounded over time, and your activities are the result of the choices you make in the moment. Your choices come from your habits of thought, which are the product of your thinking, which comes from the view you have of the world and your place in it, your philosophy, which is why the key to your success, to mastering the slight edge, through the long-term effect of your everyday habits of thought and action, is your philosophy. The point of this book is to give you a structure for designing your success. Once you are aware of and understand how to use the slight edge to work for you, you can go about succeeding on purpose. Your intuitive sense of the slight edge becomes your automatic pilot. It guides you, keeps you on track, and helps you measure your progress. It weighs and measures your every habit, discarding those that don't serve you and designing new ones that do. The key is making those right choices. Each choice you make is like a length of steel wire. By itself, it's not that big a deal. But when braided together, when compounded with all the other choices you make, these lengths of wire form a thick cable of awesome strength and power. Nothing is stronger than habit. Ovid, have you ever seen the huge steel cables that hold up suspension bridges like the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, or the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York? They're flexible, yet they're so thick and strong you get the sense that no earthly force could break them. The cables made up of your right choices are just like those cables. So are the ones made from your wrong ones. The cables made from your right choices uphold and support you. Those made from wrong choices imprison and restrain you. These cables are your habits of thought and attitude. Want to know where the slight edge is taking you? Look at your predominant habits of thought. My friend John Fogg calls them your habitudes, and the kinds of choices you habitually make. Your habits operate at the unconscious level. You are not normally aware of them. It's only by bringing a habit into your conscious awareness that you can observe what it's doing, how it empowers and serves you, or doesn't. By developing slight-edged thinking, and especially by harnessing the next power we'll talk about, the power of reflection, you'll shine the bright light of awareness on your habits. Once you're aware of a habit that doesn't serve you, how do you change it or get rid of it? It takes time and it takes knowing where to focus your energy. Trying to get rid of an unwanted habit is a bit like trying not to think about an elephant. The more you try not to think about it, the more you think about it. That's because what you focus on grows. Which is why people who put a lot of energy into focusing on what they don't want, by talking about it, thinking about it, complaining about it, or fretting about it, usually get precisely that unwanted thing. It's tough to get rid of the habit you don't want by facing it head on. The way to accomplish it is to replace the unwanted habit with another habit that you do want, and creating new and better habits, ones that empower and serve you, is something you know how to do. You do it the same way you've built any habit you have, one step at a time. Baby steps. The slight edge. In my business, I often see people make the mistake of thinking they are being productive because they are being busy. Being productive and being busy are not necessarily the same thing. Doing things won't create your success. Doing the right things will. And if you're doing the wrong things, doing more of them won't increase your odds of success. It will only make you fail faster. Nobody sets out to fail. We all believe we're headed down the right path, or at least, a reasonably right one. People get out of bed, go to work, and work hard. They love their families. They put smiles on their faces. They do everything they're supposed to do, and they think they've had a productive day, or at least set out to have one. And all too often, what really happened is that they spent the day treading water like a duck, swimming upriver against a strong current. Its little webbed feet flailing away underneath, but getting him nowhere. Everybody's busy. Everyone does. The actions. But were they the right actions? Were those actions productive? Did you take a step forward? These are questions that most people never take the time to think about. Did you eat well, or did you eat badly? Who did you associate with today? Did they empower you? How? In what way? Did you listen to good information today, or just zone out to the music? Did you engage in positive conversation, or did you gossip or complain? What did you read that contributed to your success today? Did you do any of the things unsuccessful people aren't willing to do? Whose dream did you build today? Yours, or somebody else's? Thank you so much for watching. Truly, the fact that you stayed until the end of this video says something important about you. It shows that you care, that you're hungry, that somewhere deep inside, you believe you're meant for more, and you're ready to take the small steps to get there. The slight edge isn't just a concept, it's a way of living. It's a quiet power that works in the background, shaping your future through the choices you make every single day. Most people ignore it. They think one small decision doesn't matter. So today, I want to leave you with a reminder. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to keep doing the small things, right? Read that book. Say no to that distraction. Take that walk. Be kind to that person. Be patient with yourself. Every one of those actions is a brick, and together they build the life you're dreaming of. If this video gave you even a little push of inspiration, then don't let it stop here. Like the video, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone you care about, someone who's maybe just one idea away from turning their life around. Your story is still being written, and the pen is in your hand. Thanks again for watching. Keep growing, keep believing, and never forget, your slight edge begins now.